In this video, guys, I'm gonna show you how to work with the famous pen tool. It's actually pretty easy with some few complex concepts and lots of modifier keys, but it's easy practically. If you want to follow along with me, you can come to File and Open, and you have here a pen-demo file that you can open. Where is it? Here it is. It's an AI file, and you can open it. I'm gonna click cancel because I already have it open. Now let's start over here. For once, I'm gonna use the zoom tool. So I'm gonna click and drag with the zoom tool. You notice the shortcut is Z. Then use the spacebar to center it and start working on it. Let's go for the pen tool. It's pretty easy to use the pen tool when you are drawing straight line or is some complex path with straight lines. For example, notice how the pen tool now on its right or lower right has a star. It means you are starting a new path. All you have to do is to click once, and then you notice there is a line that's being created. Here it is. It's dragging with you, and you can click again. So you create the line, and then you change directions the way you would like, and then click again and draw the line. Very easy line drawing. Compared to the curvature tool, you cannot come back here and click on a point and start, modifying it. Notice how it's showing you a minus. Okay, on the lower right there is a minus here, and it's saying I'm removing this point. If you click here, it removed it. And also if you come in between here, it says I'm gonna add a point. Okay, you added a point. I'm gonna undo. But for example, you disconnected pressing the escape key. When I continue from the other point, for example, notice at the oblique bar that appeared. It means we are going to continue from this point. So you click on the point and then you continue. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. I'm pressing escape to disconnect and continue from here and go back to the last one. Now notice the circle on the bottom right. It means we are going to close the path if you click. So you click, you close the path. Now I have drawn a path, but actually it's not perfect. Notice this one and this one. I cannot edit it with the pen tool itself. To edit it, you have actually a couple of choices. The first one is to go to your white arrow or the direct selection tool. And then you can click on a point or an anchor and just move it around. Okay, click and move it around. That's one way. Of course, you can do more. We'll see that later. But you can adjust your straight line path using the white arrow. And notice, if you select a point, you still have the corner widget. You can work on it if you want to. For example, here it is. Okay, so these are the options that you can use straightforward for the pen tool. But it has something even better that you can do. Let's come over here, zoom a bit down. Then let's go for the pen tool. It's over here. So the way you work now is to click and drag. So you have two handles here, one on the left, one on the right. The mouse pointer is on the outgoing one. It means it's going to determine the direction with which the curve will appear or will set, in fact. And the one that is on the left will determine how the curve is going to come into this anchor point. So if you release and you move outside, you notice that you can click and start determining how the curve is going to be. You can take it far, you can take it near, okay, the way you would like. And again, you can do something like this, something like this. Do you notice? I'm adjusting it the way I like. Then come back here and do something like this. That's the way to play. Now let's work. Okay, I'm gonna come over to our drawing. We're gonna trace it, the ghost. So I click and open. Not too much. Too much will be very big curve. A bit, right? Be moderate. It will work. Slowly, slowly, you will get used to it. I click and go down. So of course I'm going down because I want the direction of the next curve to be down. Okay, according to our drawing. And of course, the incoming is up. So come over here and draw this one. Well, I did not position this one very well. I'm going to press spacebar and just put it over here. You move it very nicely using the spacebar. I will release, adjust the curve, not bad. Come over and that's okay because I will show you how to adjust it later on also. I don't like it here. I'm going to bring it here. Now you notice here we have a big mistake, which we will correct, of course. Okay, at the beginning, you are going to do lots of corrections. Don't worry about it and do the corrections. They're fun, by the way. Okay, so here you are. So I'm going to click and drag upward towards where I want the next curve. And here towards where I want the next curve, but it's not going to work. So I'm going to settle for this. Come over here on this curve, okay, and just do something like this. And then something just like this. Okay, that's fine. Put another one here just for fun. And then one thing I show you, if for example you press escape and you're no more in the tool, you can come back to your pen tool and decide where you want to start. So I'm gonna bring it nearer, okay, and notice it's giving me this oblique bar. It means we can start from here. You know, you have to click and drag to create the handle here, and come back here and notice how it's gonna close. Okay, this is the circle. It says we're closing this, so you click and drag. You don't just click. If you just click, you will have just a straight line here. So you need to click and drag towards the direction of the outgoing, so it's going to be this way. Few things about the pen tool. You can add more points if you like. So you come towards the path. I will come over here. And notice how the star has changed into a plus, meaning I can add a point. But I cannot select this point with the pen tool and move it around. If I try to select it, notice there is a minus now. It will remove it. So this is the way to add a point. Okay, notice I'm adding points. And to remove them, you just click on them when it is minus. Okay, now I added another one. I'm going to undo. Now our curve is fine, but not fine at all. We need to adjust it. There are a couple of ways you can do. The easiest way is to go for the white arrow, the direct selection tool, and simply select a point. Here you are. And then you can move them around to adjust the curve. Okay, so there is one before, one after, and they adjust. Of course, if you turn like this, it's going to adjust both of them. It's going to keep consistency for the curve, as simple as this. And here you are. Notice if I go very far, notice how the curve is going to behave, you know, relative to the previous or the next point. Okay, so I'm going to adjust it like this. Here I notice it's pretty short. Can make it longer. Okay, here you are. This one I'm gonna click, and of course I can move the point wherever I want. Just position it here. You can go ahead now and adjust your curve the way you would like. Here you are, and here you are again, and here you are. Okay, so we actually playing with this and adjusting the handles the way you would like. So that is using the white arrow after you have finalized maybe. Now let's do the eyes. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to zoom in using my old-fashioned way. That is Option or Alt on the PC and just mouse scroll. I'm going to make mistakes here. I will show you how to adjust them. I'm going to take the pen tool. That's a bit advanced, but I don't care. You know, I think showing you everything about the tool is very good. It's up to you how to use it. I will click and drag to create the first point. Then I come over here. Okay, I'm going to put it here. I don't like its position. So I'm going to press the space bar and just move it, release, then adjust. Then come over here, put it like this. Okay, so this one is not good. I'm going to do like this and then continue like if nothing happened. But now I have a very bad curve here. How do I adjust it? Yes, you can select the white arrow, then come back and select this point, continue curve, but there is better. If you press the Command key or Control on the PC, you will have the white arrow. You notice, guys? So now you can click on an anchor and just adjust it the way you will want. Okay, without changing to the white arrow. We have the white arrow, we're working like the white arrow, but actually our tool is still the pen tool. Here you are, I can adjust it the way I would like. Let's bring it here. Now I have pressed the Command key while I'm doing all these adjustments. I'm going to release the Command key or the Control if you are on PC. And here I am back to the pen tool. I'm going to draw something. Okay, draw another one. And decide, okay, I want to adjust this one. So I press Command, click on it, adjust its handles. Okay, simple. Maybe move the point. Command key is still pressed. Release, back to pen tool. That's very convenient, by the way. Okay, but that also will lead you into trouble where you will change your mind and do a lot of corrections too many times. So now, notice here you have the pen tool with the circle at the bottom. I'm going to click, not once, click and drag. Okay, drag the right direction, guys. Okay, this is the wrong direction, this is the right direction. Now you want to adjust it. You could, have fun by pressing always the Command key, or simply going to the white arrow, direct selection, and start doing it. I don't know if I showed you, but you notice this one, you can adjust the curves. Not very useful. Now let's do a small comparison between the pen tool and the curvature tool. So let's come over to this path here. I'm going to take this point and move it upward. Notice the influence. It has stopped on the two anchors that are before and after this point. So the influence is limited to the curves before and after. So you see, I'm going to move them. If you take the curvature tool and click on the same point and you drag it up, notice it has influenced the curves before and before one and after one. So it's quite different in concept. Sometimes it's much easier to use the pen tool than the curvature tool. Now we have seen the Command key and we have seen how to work with the pen tool to add and to delete also, and the anchor point tool. Actually, this is supposed to be the conversion tool. I don't know why they changed the name to this. In the next video, I'm going to show you even better techniques on how to draw with the pen tool. See you then.